Prepare yourselves for a battle of epic proportions between two titans. Feast upon their voices and revel in their words. This is Dueling Ogres.
Hello, Ogres, and welcome to episode 116. Thank you for joining us, as always, on this expository Monday evening, Earth date June 12th, 2017. I'm your snotty host, Remington Hitchcock, and this is my snotty co-host, Brandon Full. Say, Brandon.
I don't want to say hello.
I didn't say
I'm
say
snotty.
Hello. I didn't say hello. I said,
you said snotty one way, and I took it a different way.
You did. It was like a double entendre.
Mm-hmm. Snotty.
Wait, doesn't a double entendre has to be like sexual?
I don't think so.
Have to be sexual has
Doesn't
to
it?
be.
Doesn't
it has not to have good grammars? Gooding grammars.
Perfect.
Nailed it. Oh, yes. Nailed it.
So your sinuses are awful?
Yeah, I woke up this morning and snorted stuff up my nose, cocaine mostly, and then some sinus medicine. And I probably need more. I need more, I think. I need way more blockage of allergens.
Yeah. I felt fine until I came into this death trap. I've talked about your cats too much.
Yeah.
It's beaten to death at this point.
Yeah.
Much like how I wish the cats were.
Uh-huh.
This entire topic has been beaten to death.
You love cats. You just
Beaten
can't
to death
be
publicly
near
on the
them.
front lawn for the neighbors to see.
You love them.
And as a warning to the other cats.
You want to touch them so bad. I can see it in your face. You're like, I love you. I want to hold you and touch you, but I can't.
I was petting them with my notebook when I walked in.
Yeah, because and now you'll take that notebook home and you'll fall asleep with it on your chest after making some delicious notes about puppies.
Yeah.
And then you wake up and your face will be swollen shut.
It's like you've peered into a crystal ball and you see what I do in my off time.
I do. Those are all things that happen in your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle notebook.
Yeah. How did you know?
Because I saw it.
Oh.
Because we've talked about it.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Although I haven't seen it in a long while, so I guess that's cool. Like, I bought you this past Christmas a plethora of steno pads.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I wish I could say I'm disappointed that all of your notes aren't in a steno pad, because Christmas and love. But, I mean, it's a really badass notebook.
Well, I got this from my girlfriend for Christmas.
Yeah, you did.
And I still use those steno pads.
Oh, I know you do. You love steno pads. I know it was a good gift.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a great gift, but it was
a good gift. I never get you anything great, Brandon. Come on.
You set the bar at a 2, you deliver a 4. Everybody thinks it's a 7.
That's right. So what have you been up to?
Nothing.
Oh,
I don't have anything exciting.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Not a thing.
Do you want me to talk about the crippling depression I've been dealing with the past week?
I mean, if you want to.
Nah, not really.
Are you sure? You said that this podcast is your therapy.
But that's what I've been dealing with.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. It's just been hard for me to sleep lately. Like, my sleep schedule's been so fucked. I've been getting like 2, 3, 4 hours of sleep at night.
Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just wake up. And I mean, I exaggerate. It's not crippling depression. I'm doing pretty well with everything, all the medication I'm on.
Right.
It's just when I go to sleep, that's always the hardest for me. Like when all of the thoughts of the day kind of pile on.
You just need to will yourself to sleep.
Brandon. Yeah, you fixed it. I just need to will myself to sleep. Just take my pharmacy of medication I take. You just dump it in my toilet and feed it to the sewer gators.
The thing that tickles me the most is, I'm kidding, but you also, you can't help but get so pissed off at that argument.
Oh, well, it's anybody who's dealt with mental illness or anything like that eventually gets to the point where they're pissed off about it.
Yeah.
Because people who haven't dealt with it, who are like, well, just try to be in a better mood.
Just try to be happier. It's like, whoa, fuck. You're telling me that I've never thought to try that before?
You just
Shit.
blew my fucking crippled mind.
You fucking solved it for everybody. Good job, you piece of shit.
I want you to dig up Freud's corpse and fuck him in his skull mouth because you just destroyed it.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, that always cracks. That's like telling somebody who's mentally, mentally retarded. to just be smarter. It's like, no, it doesn't work that way.
I feel like, just to go back for a second, if you're playing Dueling Ogres Bingo, you can check off the box that says one of us will say the phrase, fuck him in his skull mouth.
Yes. We are not proponents of proper skull fucking, but we will make jokes about it.
I was not expecting this.
Why does it have to be a German guy?
Freud was German.
Oh, okay.
I assume his name was Sigmund.
Sigmund?
I mean, he's either German or a Mega Man villain.
He might be. Hold on, let's find out.
I want you to meet my associates, Woodman and Quickman. And cocaine. I do a lot of speed.
He was Austrian.
Oh, that's close enough to Germany.
Yeah, it's essentially the same thing.
I mean,
is that right, Austrians? All of our Austrian listeners?
I'm shutting this podcast off right now. I like to imagine, and I have for no frame of reference of what Austria looks like.
I mean, they are a German-speaking country. Yeah,
I mean, I know that Germany took over Austria. It was one of the first places they took over in World War II, I thought.
Yeah, I think so.
Or one, or I don't know, some war.
German, Hungarian, Slovenian, and Austrian German are their official languages.
They're listening to the podcast, I imagine, on like those old-timey radios with the felt over the speakers.
Yeah.
The one that they have to tune into.
Yeah.
They tune into one channel on the internet, and it's duelingogres.libsyn.com.
Because apparently Austria is just this... Like, why would you think that Austria is anything but an advanced European country?
No, I don't think that they're not advanced.
Because, I mean, that's what you're implying by listening to Austrian old-timey radio.
Well, no. I mean, I guess yes, but I imagine Austria looking like old Europe. You know what I mean? Like, Austria is a very old country.
Yeah, I mean, it has...
place. I mean, look at the fucking picture.
Yeah, it has
castles and shit.
St. Stephen's Cathedral is there.
Yeah, there's a cathedral there. Nowhere else in the world has cathedrals.
Schönbrunn Palace.
Yeah, the palace.
I don't know if I'm saying that right.
I mean...
S-C-H-O with little dots over top of it. Is that Schönbrunn? Schönbrunn?
Do we have a way to call Austria? Can we call Austrian Parliament? Do they have a parliament?
We could call Schönbrunn Palace. The phone number is... +43 1811 13239.
Should we go ahead and ring up Schönbrunn Palace then? I feel like they're not going to speak English, and even if they do speak English, they're going to have very little time to answer our elementary level questions about Austria.
How do you say Schönbrunn Palace? Are we saying it right? What other places are cool there? What does Austria have?
They've got pandas. There's a picture of a panda.
This is a fucking zoo founded in the 18th century.
Oh, Vienna's in Austria.
Yeah, that's Vienna's the fucking capital. Come on, Brandon, keep up.
I know nothing about geography.
Apparently.
I've talked about this extensively, that my knowledge of geography is limited.
This fucking Belvedere Palace is beautiful.
And also where the name Mr. Belvedere comes
That's
from.
right.
Oh, they have
Look
fountains.
at that.
They have fountains, they have palaces.
They have fountains over top of what should be stairs. Look at that.
We're going to start... yeah, those are stair fountains. What the fuck?
It's like, how are we going to get to the palace? There's water everywhere.
You're just slipping, sliding your way to see the king. That's wonderful.
Constantly floating. It's a floating palace.
You can't see it, but in that picture right off frame, there's a vendor selling beach balls and Star Wars towels.
Yeah. Oh, look at all of that elegant woodwork.
Wasn't Austria where... This is what
this guy's missing feet.
Now also, as we're talking about Austria, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only thing we're talking about.
So, buckle in. Isn't that where the family from Sound of Music is from? Are they trying to escape Austria to get somewhere else, or are they trying to escape Germany to get to Austria?
It's been a really long time. We should ask Ginger, but I'm not going to get up, because that involves moving and then getting hotter.
Let's just add that to the list of things we're going to ask Schönbrunn Palace.
Okay, we can do that. It'll be much easier to call. We're not really calling Schönbrunn Palace.
I mean, America,
fucking garden.
We will never catch up to this level of cool that Europe has. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, we have shit in our own way, and but all of our major buildings are based off of this kind of architecture.
Right, exactly. Nobody's done anything new, like the Arch or the Golden Gate Bridge.
They love fountains, huh?
Well, yeah. Look, there are just animal heads on pikes. They're sculptures, for clarification. It's some sort of terrifying... I don't know what that is. Is that a large cat?
Looks like a bear.
Is it a bear? Do you think it's a
circle
bear?
ears like a bear.
Okay, let's call it a bear.
Austrians notoriously hate bears too.
There's a bull of some sort, like maybe some sort of bull.
This makes for great.
Listen to Rem try to describe pictures of animals, and just look up Belvedere Palace. You'll see it. They've got all kinds of pictures. And there's a rat head on a pike. It looks like.
Is that a rat? Really?
Yeah. It's probably a rat of some kind.
So
from the genus rat.
What we need to do is start a GoFundMe.
I like how we spent all that time looking up the classification tree, and I still didn't get it wrong.
Yeah.
Or I still didn't get it right. Yeah.
Road inches are in order.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to start a GoFundMe to move to Austria and start Dueling Ogres Austria.
Yeah.
The franchise.
Yeah, we can franchise out. So if anybody wants to support the franchise,
send us.
Well, let's not do a GoFundMe. Let's do a Patreon, and then just the more that you donate will be the different countries that will franchise.
The closer we get to Austria.
Yeah, yeah.
You didn't fund us enough, so now we're just sleeping on an airplane.
Yes, yeah. All right, anyway.
We should hope that we get to Austria before this episode comes out, because I don't think we will be welcome there now.
Yeah, probably not.
We heard what you said about us.
And you are not coming to Schönbrunn Palace.
See, it does sound better when you do the
Austrian accent.
Yeah. Wait, is that even Austrian?
It was more German, I guess.
I don't know anything.
You have to talk like everybody in Austria sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's Austrian.
Here's a heart to you, Austria.
We love you and Arnold.
Mm-hmm. We know nothing about you.
Or Arnold.
Or care to know anything about you. I'm sorry. I'm just lashing out. I'm tired.
Yeah. He's just a grumpy sourpuss.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Austria.
So what the fuck were we actually talking about?
I don't know. E3, the Electronics Entertainment Expo.
The Electronics Entertainment Expo.
The biggest year for video games.
It's going on right now?
Mm-hmm.
You can watch the live stream? Well, I mean, you can't now because when this comes out, it'll be done and over with.
Yeah, but you could have.
Yeah, you could have.
You were here in the room with us.
And you could still go back and watch the videos, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably.
No, you can. It'll be everywhere, all the trailers and stuff. So there's been a few conferences so far over the weekend because E3 starts earlier and earlier every year.
Yeah.
So it technically started today, Monday.
Yeah.
And it goes for 3 days. A lot of the big companies will get their conferences out ahead of time over the weekend, say, here's what we're working on, here's our big titles. And then the actual floor show itself is, some trailers here and there, but mostly for people to get hands-on with new games and shit coming out.
Right.
So there was the there was the EA conference on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then yesterday was the Xbox and the Bethesda conference.
Okay.
And tonight is the Sony conference.
Okay. So we will not be covering the Sony conference.
Right.
In this episode.
Did you watch anything with E3?
I did not.
You did not? Okay.
Nope. I let you handle it because you were very excited about watching it, and I wasn't. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I will wait for you to tell me all the neat things.
I love this stuff. And I mean, honestly, last year was the first year I've actually watched E3, like sat down and watched the presentations. Before that, I would always just kind of catch the Cliff's Notes, see the trailers.
Right.
But I really enjoy like sitting down, going to a stream and just watching.
Right.
And taking notes. So the EA one, it was the first one. They showed Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Right.
A lot of sports games. They showed like FIFA, blah, 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 stuff I don't personally really care about.
Yeah.
Battlefront 2 looks cool. Did you ever play any of the Battlefront games?
I did, but I don't even remember which one and for what that I played it.
Okay.
Like, that's how long ago it's been.
Yeah, I mean,
and I didn't own it. I think I played it at one of your guys' house.
One time.
Yeah.
For a second.
Exactly.
You watched one of us over your shoulder.
Right, exactly.
Battlefront 2, you can play the campaign. There's a single-player campaign now. There wasn't in the first Star Wars Battlefront. And you can also play multiplayer throughout all the eras of Star Wars.
Oh, my.
So they showed 20 minutes of gameplay of Battlefront 2 with some horribly annoying YouTubers all playing.
Right, yeah.
As they do, because E3 is just overrun with fucking horrible YouTubers who are all screaming and look like douches and they're overacting, and I hate every one of them. That was an aside.
I mean, YouTube is our new entertainment. YouTube is getting enough shit right now. Let's not jump on the shit bandwagon.
I'm not shitting. I like YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube videos.
Yes.
But there are a lot of YouTube creators. Most YouTube creators are fucking insufferable people, and I hate all of them.
Just game players.
No.
No?
All of them.
All of them?
Here's
that
the
DIY guy that we watched?
He was all right. But because he wasn't building things and halfway through and he's showing you how to pour concrete into the foil, he's not like, whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, look at that then! Because he was British.
Yeah, he was British.
The difference is YouTube is our new form of entertainment, right?
Right, yeah.
But in the old form of entertainment, people were trained on how to be actors and were good at acting. YouTube creators now are not good at acting.
Yeah.
Try to be good at acting.
Yeah.
Nobody's that excited about anything. I mean, you got a new fucking Loot Crate box. You didn't just learn you could fly. There's not a reason to be jumping around. And
maybe this has less to do with their hang-ups and more to do with the fact that you're a cynical bastard.
My inability to experience real joy.
Yes.
I've turned it into the fucking Grinch, I think.
You are. Your heart just shrank 3 sizes that day.
And I do live on top of a hill.
You do, yeah. So E3 Battlefront, we keep getting derailed.
You can play, I mean, whatever, who cares? I'm tired. Welcome to Dueling Ogres,
where Brandon is tired.
You can play as like the battle droids. You can play in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
The Last Jedi. There's going to be maps for that.
Can you be a Jedi?
Yes.
Okay.
The way it is you start out as a grunt. And then as you level up, you unlock cards, and then you can play these cards to become the heroes. So you get enough cards, you can be Han Solo. You can be Darth Vader.
Oh, okay.
So Darth Maul is in this new one. Yoda, Finn, Captain Phasma, a whole bunch of people.
That's cool.
When the first one came out, there was a lot of shit given to them because they just released a massive amount of paid DLC.
Yeah.
So there were map packs coming out, and each map pack's $15.
Right.
So if you just have the base game, starting out base game, you go to find a random game to play in, any game's going to work.
Yeah.
Now a new DLC map pack comes out, you don't buy that map pack, now the amount of games you can play in are cut in half.
Right.
And then they release 3 or 4 map packs, it just divides it more and more and more. So it got to the point where if you had the base game, it was very hard to find a match because everybody had at least one of the DLC map packs.
Right.
So all of the DLC in this one is free coming forward.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be microtransactions. There's going to be buy this for points to unlock these
I mean,
guns,
there's got to be something in there that they can continue to make money. But
yeah,
the core gameplay, which is essentially what map packs are, is core gameplay.
Right.
You know, it's adding new content on a very wide scale to the game. Yes. It's not just, this is a weapons upgrade pack, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, I know there's the work of trying to balance it and all that. So I picked up the first Battlefront on sale a few weeks ago. The Ultimate Edition was on sale for $20, and that had all of the DLC, all of the characters and the maps, and et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
So I picked it up, and not a huge fan of it.
Yeah.
It plays like a basic Battlefield game, but with a Star Wars skin.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's cool, but everybody who's been playing has been playing since the beginning.
Yeah.
So on this one, the more you play, you level up your guns, and your guns actually become stronger.
Right.
So you start out, you're new, so you haven't played the game, so you're trying to figure out the maps and how the game works. And your guns are also weaker than everybody else's guns.
Right.
So you're at a severe disadvantage. But yeah, that was pretty much it as far as EA stuff goes.
Okay. So the only interesting thing was Battlefront, and then sports game.
Battlefront was what they focused on, yeah.
Gotcha.
There was a new FIFA, there's a new NBA,
They're like, it plays the same as the old ones, yay!
Yeah.
Just got new players.
Pretty much. And John Boyega randomly showed up.
Yeah.
Just in one of those like, hey guys, John Boyega here.
Right.
Like on camera, he wasn't actually there. Sorry I couldn't make it, I'm on the set of my new film.
Right, yeah.
It's not how John Boyega sounds.
No, it's nothing at all like that. Well.
Apparently he's a Battlefront fan, and he tweeted them about Battlefront. So they let him talk about it.
Well, that was nice of them.
Yeah.
He's like, I love Battlefront.
Oh, Battlefront's my favorite.
Yeah.
See,
Sorry, John.
It's the only way I know him is like, it's John Boyega. That's how he says his name.
Yeah.
And then I just base it off of that, and it just goes sideways.
Yeah. So again, sorry, John. I'm sure that we are not doing you any kind of justice.
He's there.
He calls us up and he's like, "Oh no, that's a spot on impression."
I thought I was listening to myself there. I thought there was another John Boyega. I got spooked.
I got spooked. Oh
shit. Okay, and then
do you think when people listen to us, like, do you think when English people who can do an American accent listen to us,
it's cringe?
do they cringe when we because
yes, they do.
I feel like that our English accent, or that an American, if they have the ability to do an accent, do a much better job by and large of doing an English accent versus
somebody from England doing an American accent.
Yeah, because with an English accent, it's a lot easier because you're just dropping sounds. If you're an Englishman doing an American accent, you're adding sounds.
Yeah.
So, like, I say my R's, and it's easy for me to say my R's. But if I'm British, then I don't say my R's.
Well, it's
more like an R.
There's so many.
It's R.
There's so many different.
Am I saying R or am I saying R?
There's so many different dialects.
True.
In England too. Like, you're doing like a super posh British guy.
But we were just doing a not so poshy.
John Boyega.
John Boyega.
Can we just do that for the rest of the podcast?
John Boyega.
I'm not doing
John Boyega
anymore. Fuck it.
John Boyega.
No, I think it's easier for Brits to do an American accent than vice versa. To do a convincing accent.
We need to get... Okay, if there are any British people listening...
Anymore.
Call us. Call us.
John Boyega.
We'll set up an interview. We'll just talk about the differences in the way we talk.
Yeah.
It'll be a very good hour-long episode. And we can make fun of each other, all in good fun.
If John Boyega, if you are listening...
You can apologize profusely, because that's what you do as an English person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we'll say, "Fuck yeah, America!"
I was reading about something called chavs.
Yeah?
That are apparently like English rednecks. I don't really understand them that much. But I was watching YouTube videos on what is a chav.
Are they similar to pikeys?
No, maybe? I don't know.
Well, pikeys were like the gypsies, right? Are they synonymous with gyppies?
Did you say gyppies?
Yeah.
Gyppies?
With jippos?
I think that's pretty racist to say. I don't think you can actually say jippos.
That the whole point is to reference Snatch. The jippos.
You see, I think he's being racist there.
Yeah, that's the point. God, Brandon.
Shut it down. We're done. No, a chav, from what I could tell from random YouTube videos.
Because, not to cut you off again, and I'm sorry, I've been doing it all this time, but calling somebody a chav would seem like a pretty racist thing to do.
No, it has nothing to do with race, though.
Well, neither does gypsies.
It does. A gypsy is like a Romanian. Gypsies are like displaced.
I mean, it wouldn't be racism anyway, because it's not a different race.
To call him a jippo?
It's not racism, though. That's my point. It's not racism. It's
sexism.
No, whatever
Classism.
The other. No, it's not classism either. It's the other one. I forget what it's called now, but it's not racism. We use racism when we don't mean racism. Yeah, nationalism. That would work.
But a Romanian is a race. A Romanian person is a race.
No.
Yes.
There's only one race.
The human race, I get it. Let's all fucking hold hands and smoke weed together.
Yeah.
Okay, so a chav is somebody who...
Go ahead.
Wears tracksuits, has lots of gold chain necklaces, and carries knives.
Okay.
And openly drinks and has pants that hang down and try to start fights with everybody.
Gotcha.
That is a chav.
Okay, we don't want any chavs calling it.
Yeah. If you're a chav... Actually, no, go ahead if you're a chav.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, you're in Britain. What are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly. You're going to fly over here.
We have guns in America.
You can't. That's right.
Okay, so back to the important pressing things.
Right.
Which is the Microsoft panel. The Microsoft panel at E3. Is this a great podcast or is this the most unprofessional bullshit podcast? I'm torn as to what it is.
It's probably both. We are a microcosm of greatness.
Are we like a Schrodinger's podcast?
Yes.
Until it's edited, we're both good and bad?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly it. Oh my God, is that it? That is so it.
So the big news from the Microsoft E3 panel was they announced Project Scorpio and what Project Scorpio was.
Uh-huh.
What?
I was so laughing about us being Shredder's podcast. A truer statement has never been said on this podcast. Oh my god.
They really hit the nail on the head.
It did. It was so perfect. Microsoft.
I feel like we're about to peek in the box, so let's just keep
let's go before we ruin the mystique.
They announced the name of Project Scorpio, and it is the Xbox One X.
Did we transport back to 1996 when X's were popular?
Well, I mean,
you already have Xbox in the name. You have 2 X's in Xbox.
You have the Xbox One, the Xbox One S, and now you have the Xbox One X.
You have 2 X's already. Now you're adding a 3rd X.
So the
it's an Xbox.
The shortened name, people will call it the Xbonix.
Xbonix.
Because they call it the Xbone?
Yeah.
They call it the Xbonix.
For the Xbone 1.
So it's coming out November 7th, and it is retailing at $4.99.
I saw that. So how does that stack up to the Xbox One S or the Xbox One when it came out?
Well, the Xbox One when it came out was...
It's like $6.99?
No, it was $4.99.
Oh, okay.
$4.99 or $5.99. I can't remember. But it was up there regardless. It matched the price or exceeded it. I think it was also $4.99.
Okay.
But it was packaged with the Kinect.
Right.
The Xbox One S launched at $299 or $349 for 1 terabyte.
Gotcha.
But the One S was minor improvements on the Xbox One. There were still improvements. It had a 4K Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
4K output compared to the original Xbox One. But not a huge shift.
Gotcha. Okay.
The Xbox One X, they're marketing as a system for the more discerning player. It's being marketed as, we know that a lot of you have an Xbox One or an Xbox One S, and that's perfectly fine, and they're great systems. For the more discerning gamer who wants more refined taste from their system, we have the Xbox One X. This isn't for your average player. This is for your more serious video game player. So that's kind of the tact they're taking with it.
Okay, so what does it have that makes it more discerning?
It's way, way more powerful.
Okay.
The main push of it is that it has a 4K, native 4K output, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
It will upscale most games to 4K.
Okay.
And it will run 4K high definition at 60 frames per second.
That's pretty good.
The Blu-ray player in it is a 4K high definition Blu-ray player.
Okay.
I haven't kept up on this shit at all. Apparently 4K HD Blu-rays are like the newest thing coming out.
The newest hotness.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it kind of future-proofs you for a while. They said that even if you don't have a 4K TV, the power in the system will show through even on 1080p games. 1080p games are still going to look crisper and run better.
Okay.
So some of the specs on the system is it has a 12 gigabyte of DDR5 memory. It does Dolby Atmos surround sound, has a 4K HD Ultra Blu-ray player.
Dolby 7.1 or?
They just said Dolby Atmos. I didn't know what it meant.
Atmos. Okay.
I just wrote it down because it sounded important.
Gotcha.
And the processor is 12 cores.
Okay. A respectable 12 cores.
Yeah. So it's going to be comparable to a high-end gaming PC.
Okay.
I saw a lot of people talking online discussing the parts that are in it. Like the graphics card that it's using, I think is a 1070, which by itself to buy a 1070 graphics card is like $300 right now. $300 to $350.
Right.
So for this thing to be $500, I mean, it's Microsoft. They're obviously getting these things at cost or way below.
Sure.
And on top of that, the Xbox One X is the smallest system to date. Like
the form factor.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
The One X is probably, I'm holding like an oversized envelope, probably about this size as far as width goes. And then thickness will be maybe like this.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, it's going to be tiny. You saw a picture of it with a controller sitting on top of it, and the controller, like a normal Xbox One controller, took up 90% of it.
Wow.
It's going to be very small.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So anything that you got on the Xbox One is going to work on the Xbox One X.
The Xbonix.
The Xbonix. We'll go with that.
Yes.
Any of your controllers, your Kinects, etc., will all work on it. So it's not considered a new system. It's just a high-end version of that.
Okay.
One of the other things they announced that I thought was really cool is that they've been doing backwards compatible for a while.
Right.
They have over 350 games, I think they said, that can play on the Xbox One that were originally on the 360.
Right.
They announced, because fans have been asking for this for a while, that they are also introducing backwards compatibility for original Xbox games.
Oh, okay.
So now your Xbox, not just your Xbox, but also your Xbox One original, will slowly be able to play some original Xbox games.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and they're updating all of them.
I'll be able to use Thief.
Yeah. So they said one of the things that's pretty cool...
The original Thief.
...is that they're getting the servers back up for some of these games, too.
Right.
So you could have an original Xbox online with a copy of Halo 2. The 360 already backwards compatible most original Xbox games. So you could have a person on an original Xbox, a person on a 360, and a person on an Xbox One all playing Halo 2, all playing together.
That'd be pretty cool.
So it's cross-compatible between systems as well.
Yeah, that'll definitely breathe some new life into like multiplayer and online gameplay, and just, you know, the ability to play whatever freaking game that you wanted. Like, I'm feeling really nostalgic. Let's play some Halo 2.
Yeah, and one of the things that Microsoft seemed to really be pushing with this was cross-platform.
Yeah.
They've been pushing, they did the same thing at E3 last year, where there are a lot of games that if you buy them on Xbox One, you can also play them on your Windows 10 computer.
Right, yeah.
And your saves will carry over between them.
Yeah.
They are pushing that hard. Just this cross-compatible, play anywhere with this and play anywhere with that.
Right. So does that mean that we'll be able to play our old Xbox games through the PC if we have them registered and saved onto the Xbox, and then our saved games will be able to play Halo 2 on our PC as well with our friends?
No, absolutely not. That's ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
Are you even trying to take this podcast fucking seriously, Remington? Of course not.
I mean, I'm just asking the important questions, Brandon.
That's it. Get out.
Bye.
Get out of here. No, they have to specifically make a game cross-platform.
Okay.
Or I can't remember what they call it exactly, but where it will play on both.
Cross-system?
No,
cross-platform?
They have a specific phrase that they use for it. Play anywhere. To make it a play anywhere title.
Oh, okay.
So they had a big showing.
So that means I'd still have to have an emulator.
Yes. And I think there's original Xbox emulators now, but I was reading about the emulation scene, and emulators, people who are programming emulators are having a really hard time emulating the 360.
Right.
Because the 360 had, you know, now it's dated as far as what the hardware is, but what you're doing, obviously, with an emulator is getting your computer, which is already running, to then run a second virtual machine.
Right.
And with just the power of what the 360 was, just like with PS3, even a super powerful computer is having a hard time doing everything it's doing in this background already,
right,
and then emulating an entire machine. It's just too much.
You'd probably have to have a very bare bones Linux system and then go off of that. Something that's using minimal system requirements.
Yeah, well, and it's
in
just,
the operating
it's
system.
all about raw power also, to just be able to emulate these things.
Right.
They showed Forza 7, which who cares? I'm not a racing fan.
Yeah.
But Forza has this deal with the Porsche company or whoever makes Porsches.
Right, yeah.
That they showed the new 2018 Porsche model for the first time at E3 on stage.
Uh-huh.
And then you can race this car in Forza.
I love Porsches.
Really?
I love Porsche.
I didn't think you were really a car person.
Porsche.
Oh, you just like saying the name?
Yes.
Okay.
Porsche.
So yeah, it was strange because they're talking about this Forza stuff, and the audience is, you know, Forza's a pretty big title. People who play Xbox really love the Forza series.
Yeah.
It's one of the exclusives.
It's just we're not sporty people.
Yeah.
We don't like sports games. We don't like racing games.
They had to,
unless they're like really cool, like pod racer racing games,
like Wacky Racers.
Yeah.
We need some
like
more
Crazy Taxi. Yeah.
You would just find any reason to bring up Crazy Taxi.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure that's the last game you ever played was Crazy Taxi.
Probably.
In junior high.
No, what was the tagging spray paint game?
Jet Grind Radio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loves me some Jet Grind.
That's actually one of the titles I've seen them kicking around from the original Xbox that they might make backwards compatible.
Jet Grind?
Jet Set Radio.
Oh, yeah, because it was Jet Set, because in the Dreamcast it was Jet Grind.
Yeah.
And it was better.
Oh, yeah. Jet Grind Radio is one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
So they went on after they talked about Forza, And the guy who was giving the speech, I can't remember his name. Phil Spencer, I think, is the head of Microsoft right now.
Okay. Phil Microsoft of the Microsofts said, we're going to show you 42 games. 22 of them are Xbox exclusives. Okay.
And then it was just trailer after trailer for like 45 minutes.
Okay.
So I wrote down most of the games. I'm not going to go through all of them for all of our sakes.
Right.
I'm just going to touch on a few that looked cool.
Okay.
There's the Metro series, Metro Last Light, Metro 2033.
Yeah.
There's a sequel to those coming out called Metro Exodus.
Okay.
That looks pretty badass. It's kind of a futuristic, takes place in Russia, world has fallen, demons invaded. It's just all about survival. One of my favorite mechanics with that game, and hopefully I'm sure they'll carry it on with this, is you get specialized bullets. So all your guns are repurposed. Bullets are, people make their own bullets now.
Yeah.
And they deal kind of substandard damage and they'll fuck up your gun.
Right.
You can also find pre-demon invading bullets.
Right.
And these are guaranteed. They deal more damage, but that's also your currency in the game.
Are the real bullets?
Are the real bullets. That's what you use as currency.
Okay.
So you find this stuff and you'll find yourself like in a hallway, right? And there's demons coming at you. And you have enough bullets, normal bullets, but you're probably going to waste all of them if you use them on these things.
Gotcha.
Or you can switch to the money bullets and you're going to use less of them, but you're shooting money. Literally,
Right.
You're shooting money out of your gun.
Right.
I just think that's a really cool take on a post-apocalyptic scenario.
Yeah. And I mean, that would very much be the case,
Yeah.
especially in the event of a zombie apocalypse or a demon invasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And having to think like, I can probably kill this thing. If I don't, I'll just die.
Yeah.
But if I use these bullets, I might not have enough to get food later when I make it to the safe house, and then I might just die anyway.
Right.
They're based on books by a Russian author, so I'd like to check them out. I haven't. But anyway, Metro looks cool. They showed the new Assassin's Creed Origins.
Okay.
It takes place in Egypt. Looked like an Assassin's Creed. They show a little bit of the gameplay. It looks beautiful. I mean, everything they're showing is running on 4K, quote, the Scorpio, probably running off of a PC with Scorpio specs, sort of. They're most of the E3 showcases, no matter what, they're running everything on PC. Like these fucking high-end, crazy-ass PCs.
Right.
But it's this beautiful scene. He's riding through Egypt. He's on this horse. It looks, I wouldn't say photorealistic, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And then there's just a million icons everywhere. And it just really killed the whole thing. And it's one of the reasons I'm not a fan of the Assassin's Creed franchise.
Icons?
Yeah, like he's perched on top of a building and he's looking down and you see this sea of people in this really busy Egyptian-style marketplace.
Yeah.
And there's just fucking icons over everybody's heads
Of
like what level they are.
Yeah.
And then up top you see the kind of map compass thing.
Yeah.
20 icons on that.
Yeah.
It just really, playing the game, those would be useful. Watching it really killed like the immersion.
The immersion, yeah.
So I'm not a big Assassin's Creed fan. It looks cool.
I liked the first one and the second one, but I never really played any past that.
Yeah.
After the first one, really, I kind of lost interest.
So you haven't played any of the 400,000 Assassin's Creeds they've made since then?
Nope, I haven't.
And I mean, they were fun. I played 2 for a while and enjoyed it, but it's got that sneaking aspect that I'm not great at in games.
Right.
I'm too impatient, so. There's a game that's huge online right now. Came out for PC called PlayerUnknown's Battleground. There are probably right now 500 people streaming it on Twitch.
Okay.
It is arguably, I would say, one of the most streamed games right now, if not the most streamed game. It kind of puts you into a Hunger Games type scenario where it's round based. You get dropped into this huge map with 99 other people.
Okay.
And it's survive. Last player alive wins.
Okay.
So you're on this huge map. Every however many minutes, the map shrinks. Like a circle starts to show up on your map and is like 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah. I've seen some gameplay of this. Yeah.
Yeah. All of the PC gameplay I've seen of it, it looks like it runs like shit.
Yeah.
It looks super choppy. It looks fun. I mean, people are losing their shit over it. Probably high-end PCs are killing it.
Yeah.
But on your average gaming PC, it does not look optimized. It doesn't look like it runs well.
Right.
Well, that was announced as an Xbox exclusive coming out in a few months.
Okay.
Which is cool, but it kind of goes back again to the thing that annoys me with some games where that game hasn't left beta yet.
Yeah.
And it's coming out on Xbox.
Yeah.
And we'll probably have kind of the same issues. And, the people on PC might feel left behind because they've bought this. I mean, the game's fucking $35.
Right.
For a beta that I've watched people that it crashes like every 10 minutes.
Right.
They're focusing on getting the Xbox version out could make the people on PC feel a little left behind. That like, okay, so now I'm sitting here with this half-done beta and you're selling 1 million copies on Xbox?
Well, I mean, I imagine that they'd update the beta.
I'm sure they will, but it's one dude.
Making the game?
Mm-hmm. Player Unknown is what he calls himself. Which is why it's called Player Unknown's Battlegrounds.
Huh. Well, I mean, you think that, if it's that big, though, you think that he'd get himself a team to help him out.
Oh, and I'm sure he does have a team at this point. And I mean, I could be wrong that he made it by himself.
Okay.
I could be totally wrong on that, too.
You're just making
but
shit up.
Well, I thought he did.
This is newsworthy.
I mean, and it's... Fuck you.
You're a good journalist.
Journalism.
Yeah, you're no worse than any of the other motherfuckers that are out there right now.
I'm no Ted Koppel, that's for sure. But I'm sure he has an Xbox team working with him. He has people helping him to get it on the Xbox.
Sure.
But yeah, that one that just sort of annoyed me on principle because Ark Survival Evolved has done the same thing.
Yeah.
On PC, it's still in beta. I bought it on Xbox for fucking $30. I've bought the game twice now. Bought it on Xbox One thinking, okay, at least it'll be optimized for this, so it'll run well on this.
Right.
And it doesn't. It runs like garbage. It's still fun, but you have to deal with a lot of garbage when you play it.
Yeah.
And that's super annoying that I paid new game price for something that they're just like, we fix it when we do.
Yeah. I mean, that goes back to where we're at, though.
Yeah.
We've talked about this multiple times now, and it's just, I think that's just how the game industry is going to be.
Yeah, that's just how it kind of is going forward.
Yeah.
There's some other stuff. State of Decay 2. I love the first State of Decay. It was I
don't think I've heard of this one.
Zombie survival game. So it was a zombie survival game mixed with The Sims.
Okay.
You start out and you're, in the first one, you're one guy and your buddy. You just got back from a camping trip. You land your canoe at sort of the camping house.
Is this first person?
No, third person.
Okay.
And there's just suddenly zombies. So what the point of the game, and it's kind of hard to describe really, is you are a survivor. You have your needs. You have food, water, rest, all of this stuff you have to have.
Right.
It's an action zombie fighting game. You have health bars, you have stamina bars, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can find more survivors out in the world. When you find a survivor, you can bring them back to a safe house that you build, and as you bring back money, as you bring back, not money, but items like lumber and shit, you can upgrade your safe house.
Yeah.
So now you have a hospital tent, now you have a garden, and all of those help out with your survivors.
Right.
So you play one survivor at a time. Say you leave and you go out and you're just in a big suburban area. So you go out and you start raiding the houses around to get food.
Right.
And you can use the food to trade with other groups of survivors to try to kind of win them over.
Yeah. But
you're out as a survivor, you get attacked by zombies, and they take half your health before you make it back home.
Yeah.
You don't just take healing stuff. That character you played is going to be out of commission for sometimes 3 or 4 or 5 in-game days as they heal.
Wow, okay.
So you have other survivors, but if people get killed, and death is permanent, so if a survivor's killed, they're just dead.
Yeah.
So you get to the point sometimes, at least when I played, where most of my survivors are out of commission. The only survivor I have left is like half health, kind of hurt, so their stamina bar's cut in half because they haven't slept in 2 days.
Yeah.
But we need medicine because nobody gets medicine. So I have to go out knowing there's zombies everywhere and try to find medicine and make it back safely, knowing that if I die, I'm just dead.
Yeah. Not only you are dead, but everybody is dead.
Yeah, because then, you start sending out these people who are hobbled and crippled. They can't run. They have no stamina. It was just a really well-made game.
Yeah.
It was an Xbox indie arcade game that got huge funding after the first one did really well.
Right.
So anyway, State of Decay 2 is coming out, and they are adding co-op. The first one didn't have co-op and was a huge missed opportunity.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
That one, I've talked a lot about this to people I know, and not a lot of people have played this game.
Yeah.
Legitimately one of my favorite games from the last generation. It had its problems. It was pretty fucking buggy in certain parts.
Yeah.
They actually re-released it for the Xbox One. I bought it and returned it because it was a very bad port. It's super buggy, and I'd already played through it once and was just like, I can't deal with these bugs again.
Right.
But it is if you haven't played it, it's a really good game. And State of Decay 2, it's not coming out until 2018, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I think that'll be a good jumping on point.
Yeah.
The mix of action and survival and really having to think about your choices and who you're going to send out.
Yeah.
Because you also level up what you do. So you have a survivor that goes out, and I mean, bullets, obviously, like any sort of zombie apocalypse, are at a premium.
Right.
So you send out a character that you want to be a good shot, you use your gun, they're going to level up guns. But suddenly they run out of bullets, and you have to switch to a melee weapon you've never leveled melee.
Yeah.
So your melee swings are slow and sloppy. You don't deal a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So it's cool. It's a good balance of trying to keep your team up there. Minecraft announced full crossplay on everything but PS4. So you can now play Minecraft. I can be on my Xbox One. You can be on your PC. Ginger can be on Nintendo Switch. And we can all play Minecraft together.
Okay. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. They're also adding player-made skins and player-made maps.
Uh-huh.
So you can upload your own to like a marketplace, and then other people can buy them.
Oh, that's cool.
So they're doing a whole community thing. I'm pretty excited about that. Like the skins, I don't really give a shit about.
Yeah.
There's enough skin packs out there, but I play a lot with my daughter on Minecraft. Having maps you can download is going to be really cool because that gives you adventure maps. That gives you a story from beginning to end. Somebody's crafted, an hour experience, a 2-hour experience.
Yeah.
$2. Going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and just continuous. People will always be making maps.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I mean, you're going to have people, I'm sure eventually, if they haven't already converting over maps of like Minas Tirith.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's
Game
a lot
of
of
Thrones
stuff.
maps.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on with Minecraft. There's a new 2D Dragon Ball Z fighter.
Okay.
They have Xenoverse already, which is like the sort of 3D flying around. This is a straight up 2D Street Fighter looking one. Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing else on here that's a huge deal for me. There's Sea of Thieves, which is the Xbox multiplayer pirate game. It's coming out next year. It's in beta right now.
Yeah. Looks
pretty cool. Cuphead is a 2D kind of Gungeon style game. Gungeon, which is like a bullet hell game.
I'm still lost. You have named 2 titles that I've never heard of.
No, that's just what they're called.
Oh, okay. So what is it?
A bullet hell game is like, imagine those games where you are a plane and you control yourself at the bottom of the screen and you have a shoot button, or you can just hold it and you continuously shoot, and just planes fly constantly at you.
Okay, so like a Galaga or a...
Yeah, I mean a Galaga if you're going back to the 70s, sure.
I am, Brandon. I loved Galaga.
With shit flying at you constantly and power-ups and things exploding, that's called a bullet hell game.
Okay, so where you are constantly shooting bullets.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Cuphead has been in production since 2014.
Yeah.
It's kind of an indie darling at this point for not having released.
Right.
It has an actual release date now of September 29th.
Of this year.
Yes, it's an Xbox
September
exclusive.
29th of this year.
You are a boy with a cup for a head.
Uh-huh.
The thing that sets it apart is it's done in the style of old 1940s Disney cartoons.
Okay.
Where like everything was dancing with goofy arms. And the entire game is hand-drawn.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, that makes sense.
It looks really... As far as aesthetics go, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
The gameplay, I don't really like those kind of games. If Cuphead's priced reasonably at like $19 or $29.99, I'll probably pick it up to check it out.
Yeah.
It's being advertised as being brutally hard, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so whatever.
That's cool.
Sorry, I'm kind of dragging on.
No, that's all right. It sounds... If you buy it, you'll have to let me know because I'd like to come over and play it.
Yeah. Crackdown 3. First Crackdown was awesome. Second Crackdown I never played. Crackdown 3 will be maybe good. Who knows?
Gotcha. Okay.
Life is Strange Before the Storm, the sequel to Life is Strange.
Okay.
Which was a sort of... You played a girl in college who finds out she can control time. It was a story-based game. There was very little action in there.
Right.
It was all about the choices you make. There was 5 episodes. Very deep, great story, great writing.
Right.
They're doing a sequel for it. And that comes out August 31st. They showed a little bit more of Shadows of War, the sequel to Shadows of Mordor, the Lord of the Rings game.
Right.
It looks cool. I doubted Shadows of Mordor. I picked it up on sale about a month ago and put, 5, 6, 7 hours into it, however much playing it. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It lived up to the hype that I'd heard for being a game from 2014, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard it was a really good game.
And that is it from the Microsoft one that I care to talk about.
Okay. So that's all of the Microsoft news.
Yes.
So now we get to your baby then.
Yeah. This one I will go through quickly because I know this is probably not super interesting listening. Just hear me drone on with names of games.
I mean, when we do one of these like Expo or convention episodes, it's a very niche thing. There are some of our listeners that just don't care about this stuff.
Yeah.
And there are some that really care about us. So, it's not all fun and games.
Sometimes it's work.
Just games. Sometimes it's just games.
The difficulty is finding a balance because I just read this information out to listeners who care about games. They're going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
I can also make a bunch of jokes and dick off in between for people who aren't super into games, but then the people who are into games are not going to enjoy that as much.
Right.
So what do I do? What's a Brandon to do?
Well, we dicked off in the first bit, and we had a good rapport of jokes.
Good bit of dickin', yeah.
And now we've really dove in, and we're kind of serious about it.
Pulling back the dickin'.
Yeah, we'll pull the dick back, and we'll just put it in and out a little bit.
Are we? I feel like we're talking about two different.
It's more like a tease. It's a tease. Will it be funny? We don't know. No, they're just still being serious.
Nope. Okay.
Just a little bit of the dickin'. And then we'll jam that dick back in there.
You've made me super uncomfortable.
Good.
But also erect.
Yeah. That's my favorite kinds of erections are awkward erections. From you.
You have favorite kinds of erections?
From you specifically.
My top 5 favorite Brandon erections.
Awkward.
Number 5.
Number 1.
Fear.
Number 4. Confusion.
Oh?
Is he confused that he has an erection? Is he confused of the content that gave him the erection?
What is this?
Where did you come from?
Number 3, indignation. We were supposed to start a half hour ago, Remington. Why was that both our go-to erection noise? A fucking slide whistle?
That's the obvious erection noise. Like, that's classic.
Speaking of erections,
yeah,
let's get to the Bethesda panel.
Okay. Before this gets any more awkward and terrifying.
Segue it with boner.
Boner segue. This is our second favorite Brandon erection is his Bethesda erection.
Bethesda erection.
Yeah. Bethesda erection.
I hate to disappoint you, Rem, but Bethesda's showing was kind of bullshit this year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was pretty disappointed in it.
Huh. Now, is it because you've really hyped yourself up so much on Bethesda, though? Or is it more of the same? Is that what we're seeing? Are we just seeing more of the same?
Kinda.
Because Bethesda has broke their ground. Like, they had groundbreaking ideas and games, and now they have a foothold. So, that is just the nature of the company to kind of make more of the same or to continue to grow those properties. So
the problem is that they're not, with what they have now. Last year, Todd Howard, who's one of the big Bethesda guys, somebody asked him about Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah.
The game after Skyrim in the Elder Scrolls series.
Right.
And Bethesda has a policy really where they don't even acknowledge they're working on games until they announce them.
Right.
So him acknowledging that the Elder Scrolls 6 was even ever a thing was a big deal.
Right.
Because normally you would say, well, what about Fallout 4? Before Fallout 4 was announced, he'd be like, we have nothing to say on the Fallout series right now.
Yeah.
So he said, I know that Elder Scrolls 6 is the elephant in the room. Everybody wants to know about it.
Right.
We're not abandoning it. We're not going to abandon something as big as Elder Scrolls. But we have 2 big IPs, new IPs that we're working on that are going to come out before Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah.
This was last year.
Yeah.
Their conference this year, they showed no new IPs. They didn't show either of those 2 new IPs.
Okay.
So that was a disappointment in and of itself that they've kind of been hyping up some of these new IPs they have. We've got these 2 new big Bethesda-style projects we're working on.
Yeah, but is it really, based off of a single, quote? Like, am I to assume that that's what this was? Was this a single quote that he talked about just in regard to the Elder Scroll series?
Yeah, this was one of his responses in an interview where they asked him about Elder Scrolls.
Okay.
Yes.
So, 2 new IPs. Shit. Blizzard was working on what became Overwatch, and I forget what it was called, Titan, I think, the Titan project.
Mm-hmm.
for years and years and years and years and years and years.
Yeah, but Blizzard does everything, like you've said, slow and methodical.
True, but I mean, to that end, they also do things right. So, by and large. And they ended up having to scrap the entire Titan project and came out with Overwatch instead.
Yeah.
So, to say that this was, quote, hype about 2 new IPs that he didn't even talk about what a launch date for them would be. You know, it doesn't surprise me that they didn't talk about it during this conference.
Well, the thing is, Bethesda doesn't always have a stage show at E3.
Right.
So you had EA, Microsoft, Sony, and Bethesda having stage shows. Having a stage show typically means you have something big to show.
Right.
Otherwise, you would just release these trailers online at E3, or word would get out and you would show them on the floor.
Right.
So that built up a little bit that they were going to show a new IP.
I'll give you that.
I was expecting something. I wasn't expecting Fallout. I wasn't expecting Elder Scrolls. There's been a rumored IP they've been working on for a while called Starfield.
Okay.
That's super rumor mill that it's going to be a Skyrim/Fallout style game, but in space.
Right.
Aliens and planets and all that junk.
Right.
The entire conference lasted 36 minutes, I think, and it was a pre-recorded video. So the guy came out at the beginning, Pete Hines, one of the heads of Bethesda, came out and said, "Welcome to the conference. Here we go." Then they showed a video. It was like a cute animated Welcome to Bethesda Land style thing where they showed you the different areas.
Yeah.
But they focused on VR. Fallout 4 is going to be fully VR ready this year.
Okay.
And Doom is going to be VR as well.
Okay.
The newest Doom game. They're calling it VFR for virtual fucking reality.
Really?
Yeah, because Doom had the BFG, the big fucking gun.
Yeah.
So this is Doom VFR.
Gotcha.
I'll get to this one here in a minute because this is what has people the most up in arms about this conference.
Okay.
When he came out on stage when he showed this stuff, he also said everything that we're showing is coming out this year.
Okay.
Which is a pretty big deal because a lot of times at E3 you'll get, half of the things that Microsoft showed were like
2018.
Early 2018. Fall 2018, stuff that doesn't even have a set release date.
Right.
They're really pushing the Elder Scrolls Legends. They're sort of Hearthstone ripoff, basically.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know. If you like Hearthstone, you'll like it. It's pretty much Hearthstone with Elder Scrolls things.
Right.
And not as great of a player base yet.
Yeah.
Skyrim on the Switch. They've been pushing Skyrim for everything forever.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So Skyrim's coming out on the Switch. On the Squitch.
I like it.
Skyrim's on the Squitch.
The Squitch.
They did show something that I thought was pretty cool and surprised me that they would do this, is Skyrim has Amiibo support.
Okay.
You know the Amiibo, little statues, you can scan them in to get stuff.
Uh-huh.
You can scan in the Link from Breath of the Wild, and in Skyrim's graphics, a cartoony treasure chest drops, and inside that treasure chest is the Master Sword and an entire Link outfit.
That's fucking cool.
And the Hylian shield, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. They haven't said any more if any other amiibos work with it, if you can unlock other stuff or if it's just that link.
Yeah.
But I still thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
From what they showed, it's almost like the controls are motion because the Switch has like the Wiimote kind of things.
Yeah.
The motion sensors. So it looks like when they were playing Skyrim, your hand swings where the actual sword swings.
Okay.
So that was pretty neat. There's a new Dishonored 2 DLC. It's a standalone DLC.
Okay.
Quake Champions, their Quake remake that they're doing, is coming out this year, and they are pushing hard to get it into the esports arena.
Okay.
They announced it by basically saying Quake was the first esport, and now we're fucking back. Flip over a table, flip you off.
Right.
So they're doing an esports champion this year with a $1 million prize pool.
Wow.
Yeah. They announced a new Evil Within. I'm going to be honest, most of this shit I don't care about.
Yeah.
They announced a new Evil Within 2. I didn't play the first one, but a little bit. It's a survival horror. I wasn't a huge fan of it.
Yeah.
So, blah, blah, blah. They announced the new Wolfenstein game, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus.
Yeah.
Where the Nazis are now occupying, looks like sort of 1950s, 1960s America.
Okay.
So the video itself looked cool. At the end, you see the main character like talking to a little animated cartoon thing. super gritty, and he's like holding it in his hand like, come on, buddy. And in the background, you see his wife stabbing a Nazi to death.
Okay.
So it cuts back after the whole thing's over, and you have Pete Hines there again. And he's like, I told you whenever the Wolfenstein stuff started coming out that what we had was fucking bananas. And he goes, I wrote this down, and I'd have to say, a lady pregnant with twins stabbing a Nazi while a man trips on acid is fucking bananas. And that's pretty much how he ended it.
Thank you, Mr. Hines.
Yeah, you did it, buddy.
For that stupid quote.
But the big thing that has caused the most issue online with people is Bethesda is launching something called the Creation Club. Back about a year or two ago, I think we actually talked about it on the podcast because we've been doing this forever.
Yeah.
Steam had announced paid mods.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Uh-huh.
And then there was such a backlash that they were like, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
The Creation Club is effectively paid mods through Bethesda now.
Gotcha.
So you launch, and this is mostly going to be on console. Like, I launch my special edition copy of Skyrim on my Xbox One right now. I can go in and download mods for free to my heart's content.
Right.
That's not going away. They're now going to have the Creation Club, where you can go in and buy mods totally separate using creation points.
Okay.
Or creation coins, or whatever they're going to call them.
Right.
Those coins you get by spending real money and buying them from the Microsoft Store. So Bethesda has come out up and down and are like, these aren't paid mods. They're not paid mods. You're buying them with creation coins.
Right. That you buy.
That you buy with real money. So they're paid mods.
Yeah.
The thing, though, and I was against kind of the paid mod thing, this I have no problem with because the Creation Club is predominantly people who work at Bethesda making these mods.
Okay.
Or people that they've hired or have contracted to make these mods.
Okay.
So, whereas I go on my Xbox and I download mods now, I have to figure out the load order or the game crashes or I can severely fuck up my game.
Right.
I can wipe out all of my saved characters if I don't do mod load order right.
Okay.
Creation Club mods are built with base game in mind.
Uh-huh.
So they're guaranteed to run. You don't have to worry about load order.
They're load order agnostic.
You don't have to worry. There won't even be a load order. It's just download it and it pops right in.
Right.
And everything is guaranteed to work with every other thing you get on the Creation Club. Everything is going to be updated if they release any more updates for Skyrim.
Yeah.
The mods will be kept in mind.
That's really cool.
So, I don't know. I think it's a safer way to mod if you don't like fucking with free mods.
Yeah.
And you don't want to worry about fucking up your game.
Right.
You know, they haven't really shown anything because it's just launching later this year. They didn't say a date.
Yeah.
When they showed the video, I mean, they very sneakily kind of snuck it in.
Yeah.
They showed Creation Club, all these mods, blah, blah, blah. And then at the very bottom, you see you can buy them with creation points or something like that. But yeah, when they show examples of it, they just show some reskinned enemies.
Yeah.
As the kind of stuff you can buy.
Gotcha.
So it's not really setting a lot of people's hearts aflutter.
Right.
That they're saying you can buy reskinned enemies with real money. Because I mean, you can there's 1,000 mods that do that for free right now.
Right. Yeah. But you have to do them in a load order.
Yeah. And that's my news.
And that's the news as told by Brandon from E3.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So far. There's a Sony one, like we said today. I'm going to watch it just to be a completionist.
Right.
But,
Well, maybe there'll be something cool and you can put out an article.
Yeah, well, and Sony will show games that are not just platform exclusive. There will be games shown tonight that will be on both systems.
Right, yeah. Maybe just earlier than others.
Yeah. Sony managed to, watching it this year, they gobbled up so much of first rights to show games.
Oh, yeah?
They'll show, there's a lot of trailers that you'll see that are coming out for both systems, but it'll be the Sony logo in front of them. Sony has paid a fuck ton of money to make people think, because that's the stereotype now that's true, is that Sony has way more exclusives than Xbox.
Right.
So they are hammering that shit home. I don't know how much they're paying to just be able to put the Sony logo in front of a game that releases on both systems, but it's working because people see it and they're like, glad I have a PlayStation.
Yeah, yeah. Those sneaky bastards.
Sneaky Japanese bastards.
So I think that about wraps up the episode. The only other thing that we wanted to briefly touch on is we had an icon, a true icon, pass away.
Yeah.
Adam West passed away on July 10th.
Mm-hmm.
Finally. after many, many years.
Finally.
Well, I mean, he was 88.
Oh.
He was 88.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
It just seems weird to say finally.
Well.
Like you've been waiting for him to die.
I have been.
Why?
I don't know.
So you can write an article about it?
Yeah.
That's fucked up. This is not a good eulogy.
I'll just wait until Betty White goes. It's going to be pages.
Oh, God.
Yeah. No, seriously, though, it was, I was at work, and I was like, holy shit, Adam West passed away. It's like, I'm so sad right now. And I was. And I did. I went over to the website immediately and wrote an article.
Yeah.
So you can go over there and check that out if you want. It's so weird to know that I will no longer hear the venerable Batman's voice, you know?
And as we get older, just more and more people that we looked up to will die.
Yeah. Well, like, now we have what I have always equated to the voice of Batman. Like, we have the Batman voice.
Kevin Conroy.
We can always do we have the Kevin Conroy Batman, too. Mm. But, I mean, when you're talking campy Batman, is always Adam West.
Yeah, you can't really beat
that.
Or
if somebody says something that sounds overly smart, like, because that's what the original Batman, he was this incredibly brilliant person. You know, it was more the detective Batman. I deduce, wonder that, blah, blah, blah. You know, if you hear somebody playing Batman say something to that effect, and it sounds a little over the top and a little like a know-it-all, you immediately think, I immediately think of Adam West.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be weird to know that he's not around to do that. And I mean, he did the Dark Knight, which he was referred to as the Bright Knight, because his Batman was much more lighthearted. Mm-hmm. But he had voiced Batman all the way up until very recently.
Yeah, I mean, he was just cartoons. In that animated.
Yeah. Batman, was that Brave and Bold? No. I think it was just like a short or made for TV, like, not quite a movie length.
It was a release.
Like a featurette.
DVD or something, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
We talked about it in an episode. I don't remember what it was
called.
Yeah,
I don't remember either. But that and the mayor of Quahog. Mm-hmm. I mentioned in the article I'd like to see what Seth MacFarlane's going to do about that. And he had a nice little post that he shared out on his Twitter.
Yeah.
A screenshot of a longer thing so he could get in what he wanted to say. Which is a smart way to use Twitter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's weird. It's weird to know that I won't be able to hear his voice anymore. That's not already pre-recorded. We were watching Family Guy last night, and both episodes that we watched had, I mean, he's in a lot of them anyway, but both episodes had Adam West doing a cameo, and I was just like, oh.
Oh yeah, he married Lois's sister, I think.
Yeah, and he had a relationship with Meg.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And there's of course the classic where he's doing the light bright.
Yeah. Nobody messes with Adam Wee. Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised to see when I saw the news. I mean, like you said, he was 88, but he's just one of those celebrities that you kind of just assume is immortal.
Yeah.
You know, you just
like Betty White.
Yeah, exactly. Like a Betty White. That's just, when you find out they died, there's both, oh, well, of course, they were super old.
Right.
But also like, wow.
Yeah, exactly. He passed away of a battle with leukemia.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow, he was still recording and doing like...
It was, from what I understand, from most of the articles that I read, because I did try to pluck different things because I wanted to know. It seemed like it was a short battle with leukemia. Like, they found out that he had it, and it must have just a real fast onset.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was no big thing, and then all of a sudden it was a big thing. So...
And the issue, too, is once you get up to that age, any sort of surgery or stuff like that is just magnified so much in danger.
Right, exactly. So yeah, that was the sad thing.
Yeah. So raise a glass, I suppose, or a kickstart, in your case, Remington, to Adam West.
Yeah. Raise your patented shark repellent high and take a swig to protect yourself from sharks.
You probably shouldn't drink this shark repellent, though.
No, you probably shouldn't.
Yeah, just to cover our own asses legally.
Yeah, Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
I watched the video that the Viscount had linked on your article.
Yeah.
Of all of the celebrity appearances. I didn't realize, because I didn't really watch a whole lot of Batman 1966. I would look for the ones that had Batgirl on them because she was cute.
Yeah, right.
And
yeah.
I was like, 10 to 12 and just starting to get interested in like, what are those things?
Right.
And those things refers to whatever you want to imagine they refer to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I didn't realize how often they were climbing up that roof.
Yeah, for sure. And it never looked right. Like, it was just a camera on its side.
Oh, yeah. So, like, I was watching the people who popped out, and some of them made because clearly they're walking on a soundstage, so the person popping out of the window is just below and standing up, right?
Right, yeah.
Some of them made an effort to move their body to lean out to try to add to the illusion.
Yeah.
But some of them don't at all.
Yeah.
So it looks like
they're just jutting right out.
And the person's just jutting out sideways of the building.
Yeah. Like, what are you standing? You're clearly standing on what would be your wall.
Yeah.
You're not leaning back to illustrate that you're standing on the floor or something like that, like leaning out of a window. No, you're just jutting right out. Beep.
Like one of them I saw, Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah.
He's like, you want to come in and watch me practice? I'm sorry, but we've got things to do.
Yeah.
Well, come on down to my spot, Batman. Like, it's just so weird.
There was a Family Guy episode that made reference to that. Actually, that actual Sammy Davis one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They were climbing Mount Everest. I just saw this one recently. And it's funny that we tied that in. They were climbing the family was climbing Mount Everest because they were competing with a family that was better than them. Like, just in every way better than them.
Oh, I think I remember that one.
Yeah. And Brian and Stewie are climbing, and Sammy Davis pops out of a window on the side of the mountain as they're climbing up and he's like, isn't it weird that Sammy Davis is blah, blah, blah? And it turned out that it was like Frank Sinatra was in there, and it was kind of a racist joke.
Yeah.
A subtle racism joke is what it was.
Family Guy is definitely known for subtlety.
Yeah. One of the episodes that we watched last night was just wasn't funny.
Yeah, it really...
I miss those older episodes. I do. When the gags were just gags.
Yeah.
Now there's always this subtle hint of this or that and the other, or sometimes not so subtle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's super preachy.
Yeah. So now that the sad news is out of the way, like I said, you can go over and read my little tribute to Adam if you are so inclined.
Yeah.
And we will move on to more happier news. The Diamond Man, Stephen Hines, his Kickstarter is still going on for Zombie Fabulous #3.
Yep.
Mary, Sacred Heart of the Motor City.
And it looks like he's pretty well on his way.
Yeah, it's going. There's still 20 days to go, easily 20 days to go, $632 of 1,000 goal. Of course, if you just listened to the last episode, because now we're recording on a Monday and I'll be able to edit this and it'll probably go up sooner. So there will be less than a week between episodes.
Yeah.
Versus 2.5 weeks.
So double dipping.
Yeah, that's right. We're getting right in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next episode will be like 3 weeks late.
Yeah.
Because that's how we do.
So soak this one in.
That's right. And this will
all you're gonna have.
This will obviously be your last chance to go over and donate to Zombie Fabulous 3.
Yeah.
Because we'll be 3 weeks down the road before the next episode. So you can go over to Kickstarter, just search Zombie Fabulous, check out what is there. I think you can check out the other 2 Kickstarters for the first and the second one. You know, you can't donate to those anymore, but you can still look at them.
Yeah.
And get a sense of what the comic is all about and the art stylings and all of this. I'm pretty excited about getting to see the third one.
Yeah.
Because we've read the first 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have to pull them up and reread them. But I remember enjoying it. So
yeah, I mean, it's a cool take on... It's something different.
Yeah, it's something different with zombies.
Yeah.
Finally. Because it's so hard to do something different anymore unless you really just reach out there and grab something like cross-dressing zombies.
Yeah, you got your drag queen and my zombie.
Yeah, exactly. You got your zombie and my drag queen.
Now let's eat them and see what they taste like.
So yeah, if you feel so inclined, if you love the zombie take on things or just new, interesting ideas,
or you love drag queens,
yeah, we don't want to discriminate.
Maybe you hate zombies but love drag queens. This book you'll probably tolerate because it's got both.
Yeah,
so
it's got both things. So yeah,
you could probably just go through with a marker and kind of color in where their skin is falling apart.
Yeah,
and then it would just be a book about adventurous drag queens.
Exactly. See, there you go. It's all coming full circle.
Mm.
So go over to the Kickstarter and type in Zombie Fabulous, check that out, and give the Diamond Man some sweet, sweet money love.
Support him. Because when you support him, you support us.
And by that, you're validating that we exist.
Yeah, basically.
By giving money to him because you heard about him on our show, then you're validating our existence.
Yeah, we get nothing out of it except validation.
Yes, that's it. So once you go over and donate, make sure you put it in the comments that you donated because you listened from us.
Yeah. And maybe make fun of him a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe tell him that he's funny looking. Tell him that his cat is really cool.
Does he have a cat?
Yeah, he has a cat. Oh. He loves his cat.
I guess I'm not up on what he fucking does with his pets, Remington.
Apparently not. Jeez, Brandon, come on. He's clearly I'm the better friend to Stephen Hines than you are.
At this point, I think maybe. I think I've kind of fallen behind.
You have.
Yeah.
Cat's name's Ginger Wildheart.
You know what the cat's name is, too?
Yeah, I do.
Damn.
Yeah, see? We're good friends, Stephen and I.
Yeah, you guys might as well get fucking married at this point.
Well, you see, I feel like you and Viscount Terry Irvin II have a much better relationship than me and Terry. Although Terry does come to me when there's a problem with the website, but that makes sense because I'm the webmaster.
Yeah. And I don't know nothing about no websites.
No. But yeah, otherwise, I don't know. It seems like you guys talk more than we do.
Yeah.
So
we talk about you a lot, too.
I imagine.
he manages to find eloquent ways to call you a dickhead.
Oh, I don't believe you for a second. I refuse to believe it. Ooh. So if you have any questions or comments or you'd like to hear yourself on air, you can call us at 978 DU-OGRES. That's 978-386-4737. Give us a call. You know you want to.
If I was listening to this podcast and I didn't know you, that singing would have made me want to call right there.
See? Oh, good. That's what I want. I want you people to call. I want all of you beautiful, beautiful men's and women's.
Austrians
and Englishmen alike.
Go find the one phone that's in Austria and give us a call.
You fucking asshole.
It's ridiculous because it couldn't be more wrong. I know fuck all about Austria.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently there's just a hole in the wall pub that serves delicious Austrian beers. Because obviously, Austrian beer is the best beer.
You want to use our phone, eh?
It will cost you. German accents.
Yeah.
We're going back to the German accent, even though we have a perfectly good Austrian accent.
I would hope and assume that not everybody in Austria sounds like that, Remington.
Yeah, probably not. We don't really have any shout-outs because I just released the new episode.
Yeah, the episode came out just a day or so ago.
Yeah, like a couple days ago, so nobody's really had time to listen.
So let's give a future shout out to the 30 comments we get on that episode.
Thank
you, all of us.
400 comments later. Thank you very much. Everybody has subscribed.
The most commented on episode we've ever had. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. There were so many that we couldn't even get to them.
I'm scrolling through here, some of the future comments. Barack Obama? What? Hulk Hogan?
What?
Oh, Adam West.
Oh, that was too soon, dude. It was too soon.
It was before he died.
Yeah.
I said it in a reverent tone.
Does that make it better?
Yeah, it was reverent.
Oh,
it wasn't disrespectful. It was
reverence.
I will say reverence.
It was just too soon.
Until the end of time.
You can also reach us on Twitter at Dueling Ogres. Email us at duelingogres@gmail.com or leave a comment on the Facebook page. Make sure to subscribe to our website. And there's a little pop-up when you first go to our website, duelingogres.com.
Mm-hmm.
And it pops up and it says, hey, do you want to subscribe to get emails? You can do that.
Yeah.
Don't just click that little X on the box.
And then we have your personal emails.
That's right. Which, well, I mean, we do, but it doesn't really matter.
We don't. Do we actually even have the emails, or does it just put them into like?
No, I don't think I have access to the emails.
So you can do it safely with the knowledge that we won't have access to your personal emails.
Yeah, you get a standardized like little email when we post a new article or a new episode.
Yeah.
It says, Dueling Ogres just posted some new bullshit. Why don't you go over and check it out?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Like, subscribe.
Yeah. So yeah, go over and do that subscribe thing that we talked about on duelingogres.com. On the last episode, I did a little poll that if you haven't listened to it yet, you can go back and check it out. Or if you haven't answered the poll, you can go back and check it out. It's just a fun little poll asking what you think that aliens would buy if they first came to Earth.
Have we had any answers on it yet?
Yes, there was one.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we had one answer. Somebody said ice cream.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, if they've traveled through the vacuum of space, they're eating space ice cream.
Dippin' Dots.
The ice cream of the future?
That's right. Frozen in space.
I mean, space ice cream is way better than regular ice cream, though.
Oh, yeah,
like
absolutely.
the freeze-dried ice cream?
Yeah, sure.
Man, that shit was good.
Yeah.
It was like eating styrofoam, but good styrofoam.
Yeah, it was like really tasty styrofoam.
Yeah, not like the under-the-stairs styrofoam.
Exactly. I've got some of that. Do you want some?
Yeah.
Okay. And finally, be sure to leave us a 5-star review on the iTunes because this shit is gold right here. Mm. Styrofoam, under the stairs styrofoam, delicious ice cream.
Throw this shit into Fort Knox because it is gold.
We have a total of 3 reviews, but we have a total of 6 star ratings. Like really? 6 people who have given us stars.
Really?
On iTunes.
I'll take that. You don't have to leave a comment. Just give us a star.
Yeah. Just give us
5 stars. Are they all 5 stars?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh, nice. I was gonna be a little disappointed if it's like, no, mostly ones.
Yeah. Nope, they're all 5 stars.
Yes.
So 5-star reviews all round. But we need like 100 of those.
Yeah. For anybody to really hear us, we need more.
Yes. So go to the iTunes and make all those stars go up. If you've ever listened before, just go to iTunes and search Dueling Ogres and give us those 5 stars.
Yeah.
I think we've earned them after this many years of doing this show.
Yeah, I know. We're almost going to have as many stars as years we've done this.
Yeah.
And that's sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We haven't been doing it 6 years? Or 5 years?
I'm exaggerating to try to guilt them into giving us 5 stars.
Okay. I mean, even if you give us 4 stars, just as long as there's like 34 stars, but like 65 stars.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, because that'll be like 4.5 stars.
But God help you if you leave a 3-star.
That's right. God help us all. And you can also find us on the YouTube. You can hit the little subscribe button on that and ring the notification bell so you'll know exactly when we come onto YouTube. If you don't want to listen to us through the iTunes, 40 subscriptions on the YouTubes.
Really?
Yes.
That's 40 bored people.
40 really entertained people.
And that they were bored before.
Yes.
Then they subscribed and their whole world turned upside down.
Face. Upside down face.
Upside down face.
Yes.
Making more Family Guy references.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Squeaking one more in right at the fucking finish line.
Yep, you can find us anywhere you can find a podcast. Podbean, iHeartRadio, Satchel, anywhere that pulls from the iTunes catalog, because that's what most of them do anyway. Let's be realistic here. So that's why it's so important to leave us the iTunes reviews. Or stars.
Yes.
Starry reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Star-studded reviews. We need, if you know any famous people.
Hey, John Boyega. I know you're still listening.
John, we're sorry we did a terrible impression of your voice. Go leave us 5 stars.
Yes.
Please. Pretty please.
This is us now. There wasn't another you. We're going to come clean.
Yes.
It was just us, Brandon and Remington.
So until next week, Ogres, keep your clubs blunt.
And your tusks sharp.
Good night. It was good.
Yeah. I tried to go professional. I've done some goofy ones there. I tried to just go for the classic.
The classic plastics.
And your tusks sharp.
Yes.
A good night.
A good night. Oh, wait. Lucy in the sky, my Damon. Yeah.
We're going to have the Michael Jackson estate banging down your door.
Why?
Because they own all the Beatles rights.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, Michael Jackson bought the rights to the Beatles songs like 10, 15, 20 years ago, whenever it was. So I assume he willed them to somebody in his estate. Blanket.
Yeah, probably. Probably Blanket.
It'd be strange if Blanket grew up like completely opposite from Michael Jackson. Like in the most opposite direction you could possibly be.
Like a walking dichotomy.
Well, like somebody who doesn't fuck children.
Right. Or get their skin bleached. Or a ton of work done. Or join music.
Or be rich.
Or be rich.
Own a monkey. What would the opposite of a monkey be?
A rhinoceros.
A tarantula.
A tarantula. Scorpion.
No, because they both climb trees and live in the jungle.
Yeah, see, a rhinoceros.
No.
Oh, a shark.
A shark is the opposite of a monkey?
Yes, because, a monkey is a land mammal that lives in, the middle of a temperate forest of some sort. And then a shark is a fish that lives in the saltwater. I mean, you can't get any more opposite than that.
Yeah, that's true. I think you nailed it with shark. What kind of shark, though? I guess we didn't say what kind of monkey either.
Yeah, we didn't specify the monkey.
I'm thinking bonobo monkey.
Well, what was...
tiger shark.
What was...
Apu from Aladdin?
No, Michael Jackson's monkey.
I don't know. One of the M monkeys? A macaw?
I don't know.
Macaque?
Macaque.
Macaque?
What about your cack?
M-A-C-A-Q-U-E? Macaque?
Macaque.
Macaque
Yes.
monkey? I mean, come on. What kind of name is that for a monkey? That's ridiculous. Earth.
Was it a monkey or was it a chimp?
I think it was a monkey. That was like a little monkey on a
No,
chain.
it was definitely a chimp.
Oh, he had
it
a
was
chimp?
Bubbles, yeah. Bubbles. Holy shit. Forgotten and abandoned Michael Jackson's aging chimp Bubbles left alone in a care home. Oh, that's the saddest thing.
Well, if he's in a care home, he's not forgotten and abandoned.
Well, that's true.
He's probably having the time of his life. He's left that celebrity behind now. He just wanted to retire in peace.
That's right. Blending in with his chimp family, he chases the youngest member of the group as to enjoy a game of tumble.
He's chasing the youngest monkey, huh?
You son of a bitch.
I mean, none of that was proven. I really shouldn't rag on Michael Jackson. But I mean, he did it. Tired and the heat in this room is not helping me, Remington.
I know.
Are we going to Dueling Ogres naked?
Yes.
I want you to smell.
So, yeah, he was
my
a
bag.
chimpanzee, so he was an ape, not a monkey.
Okay. So it's the opposite of an ape then. We're in totally different territory now.
I mean, not really.
Saltwater alligator?
I mean, to an animal scientist, I guess there's a ton of difference between an ape and a monkey. But to us laymen, there's not really that much difference between an ape and a monkey.
They're in totally different classes, aren't they? Genuses, species, uvula.
What's
Phylum.
Phylums, yes. How does that go?
I have no idea. Class, genus, species, phylum, parts, fingers, ease with which it wears a hat, response to classic slapstick movies. Order is one of them. Ability to play Jenga.
What's it called?
Oh, appreciation of Nancy Sinatra.
You're an idiot.
My brain's just firing.
Apparently.
Neurons are just firing at random now. Truck stop shoes.
Balloons wearing tight pants.
Yes.
Okay. So we've got the domain, the kingdom, the phylum, the class, the order, the family, the genus, the species.
We were way off. So it's domain.
Domain's like everything. Plants, animals, plants and animals.
Plants and animals.
Plants and animals.
So like they're probably not considering like viruses and bacteria then?
Yeah. Kingdom is looks like it's just animals. Phylum is animals and fish. Like not like starfish and whatever a starfish is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And insects. So kingdom is plants, animals, and insects, and invertebrates, I guess. Bless you. Twice. Phylum is vertebrates. Class is whether it's a mammal or a reptile.
Order is carnivore.
Carnivore,
Herbivore.
Maybe just carnivore. Yeah.
Well, but order would be...
Well, omnivore, I guess, because a bear is an omnivore. A bear eats plant and animal. And family would be like just the family of bears. So like order they have...
Like just a family of bears?
Order they have like bears, and then they also list like cheetahs and wolves. They're also in an order.
Yeah, they're carnivores.
A bear is not a carnivore.
It's in the fucking carnivora. I would say it's a carnivore. I mean, that's a graph online.
And you can't argue with that.
Well, yeah, I mean, cats eat grass and shit, but they're still carnivores.
Yeah, but a bear's diet is
Well, but there's I don't know, because there's a panda in there.
Yeah.
And pandas eat leaves.
Exclusively
bamboo shoots?
Yeah, I think.
I bet they eat bugs and stuff.
I'm pretty sure, well, yeah, but if their primary diet is bamboo, then that wouldn't make them a carnivore.
Our knowledge of science is
stupid.
Really bad.
Yeah, it's very bad. If you've made it to the outtakes and are hearing this, you can correct us. I'm sure we have scientists that listen to our show. Many, many very intelligent people who listen to our show. Many. Droves of them, even. Right?
Order. Some of the other orders are like primates, rodentia, scandentia.
What's a scandent?
Tree shrews.
Oh.
Omnivorous, small, squirrel-like mammals with long snouts, sharp teeth, and a bushy tail.
So yeah, then we have family, which would be like a family of bears. They have like the black bear, the polar bear, the brown bear, the panda bear, and then the little fucking weird-looking bear from somewhere in Indo-Asia.
Cats and dogs are considered carnivores.
Huh. And then you have genus, which would just be like a black bear, a polar bear, and a brown bear. Doesn't include the panda bear. Or the Indo-Asian bear. And then you have the species, which is just the black bear. Ursus americanus, the American black bear.
Oh, shit. Order Carnivora. Some of the best-known animals are the flesh-eating hunters called carnivores. Scientists generally divide this order into two subgroups, the cat family and the dog family. Carnivores are strong and extremely intelligent, and they have keen senses of smell, vision, and hearing. Their long canine teeth are specialized for capturing prey and tearing flesh, so canine teeth is apparently an important part. And even though they are still in the order of Carnivora, some members of this order are no longer carnivorous. Raccoons and bears are omnivores.
Yeah.
You're right. Pandas are herbivores.
Yes. I was going to say, I didn't think pandas ate anything but bamboo. So.
Here's some examples of omnivores for our younger listeners. Black bears, skunks, meerkats, bats, pigs, and humans.
Say what you will. I'm a carnivore.
I mean, I just saw you eat a whole bunch of Doritos, and I don't think I would consider those meat. You didn't hunt for those.
Yeah, yes, I did. I hunted forever. The stock was really low at Walmart. No, I really enjoy vegetables. I'm a huge fan of broccoli.
Ugh.
I love broccoli.
Barf.
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 Get out of here. Sick.
Whoa. Whoa. What are we doing?
I call them baby garbage trees. I don't know what we're doing.
Ginger doesn't like them either.
It's because, for the most part, she has good taste in things.
Are you saying for the most part because she chose me?
Yep. You got that joke right on the nose, Remington.
Yeah, I did. Hey, Brandon, it's really hot in here.
Yeah, it's fucking hot.
We should probably do a podcast so we can get this over with.
Yeah, I want to die. And it's hot in here, too.
It's like 83 degrees in here.
I carry a thermometer in my pocket, and it actually bulged out at the end and exploded with mercury.
I don't believe you.
If I had the proof, I would show you, but I just
right
have a bunch of broken dreams and a pocket full of mercury.
Pocket full of mercury.
I guess I should go pee.
Man, I shared this out yesterday, and apparently nobody cared. I thought this was really cool.
Oh, what? So boring Japanese scissors?
Yeah.
It's just a pair of scissors.
Yeah, but no, it's a cool pair of scissors.
What are you doing?
Waiting for him to notice. He's not noticing on purpose. Because he knows that that's what I want. He wants to see how long I'll keep doing whatever I'm doing. But the curiosity is building. He knows that I'm doing something crazy with my arms.
I'm pretty sure he's already seen it out of the corner of his eye.
No, he isn't taking in the full effect. The full effect of my belly hanging out and everything.
My shirt's just...
What is it doing?
I'm sitting just right.
The weirdest thing to see you with a flat chest.
Well, that's just it. It's all pooped up.
You look like a bodybuilder. What's up, guys? You about to record?
Especially since this is a shirt that's your size.
Yeah.
Some of the bigger ones, but you don't like it a whole lot, so.
You don't like the Spider-Gwen?
That and it's gray.
Yeah,
It's because you hate women.
Yeah.
But it's because there's a girl on it.
Yeah. Girls
I'm
anyway.
far
Like
too
girls.
manly to wear a dress shirt. Unless
Yeah.
she's like fucking mostly naked.
Yeah, like on a fucking hot rod.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fucking Harley, just leg,
Oh,
cartoon
fuck
leg.
yeah, dude.
Smoking a doob.
Yeah. It's two of them.
Two doobs.
Two
just
doobs and
double fist in a doob.
bull and bong in her tits.
Just double
Fuck yeah.
fist and doobs.
Double fist and dubs.
We're still recording, right?
Yeah, the heat really helps with like the Terrigen mist of cat hair that's in this room.
Yeah. Terrigen mist.
Thanks, Rim.
For what?
Just fucking me over every time I'm here.
Well, maybe if you weren't such a bitch and would take some, antihistamines. Oh, I don't want to take any histamines. They make me jittery.
Oh, I tried to kill myself on sleeping pills, and now things that make me tired give me panic attacks. Oh, Brandon.
It'd be all right if I would just, realize that in moderation all things are fine.
I'll get right on telling my brain that, Remington. That's the only thing that's stopping me is my fucking thought process.
Yeah.
You nailed it. You've solved thousands of years of therapy, psychotherapy, right there just now. I just gotta tell my brain it's okay.
Yeah, you just gotta
fucking solve. Check mark.
you
it,
just
done.
gotta mind over matter.
Next
it.
problem. Yeah, that's exactly what you do.
Yeah,
You're part of the problem. Go fuck yourself.
that's right. Listen, man, you can do anything if you put your mind to it.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm 100% positive that you can't do anything if you put your mind to it.
I've flown before, Brandon.
Flown how?
Just through sheer power of will.
See, I don't feel like that's you putting your mind to something. I feel like that's the earth believing that it can lift you off of the ground.
If I create enough gravity in one spot, I'll lift that fat piece of shit. I say we just cauterize our nostrils.
Okay.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
Just block all of it. Block all those receptors.
Then we can only breathe through our mouth, though.
No, you don't cauterize it closed. You just cauterize all the...
I'm an all or nothing kind of guy. If I'm cauterizing something, I'm cauterizing until it's closed.
Yeah. You just have a burned spot where your nose used to be.
Then I can laugh through my nose.
It's true. Then I wouldn't have to edit out...
Just pretend there's a pug. Just pretend there's a pug on the podcast. Pugcast.
If you cauterized your entire nose, then you would sound like a pug.
Welcome. Do you want to talk about Adam West at the beginning or the end?
I mean, I did an article on it. I was okay with not talking about it.
I gotta mention it.
Did we?
Yeah. Not everybody goes to the website and reads our great articles. DuelingOgres.com.
DuelingOgres.com/articles.
There's articles.
There's articles there. You can find articles.
Read them.
Read them all. Tell us how they are. Or don't.
Man, we really sunk too much money into this marketing campaign. I think we chose
Really-
a better commercial.
Really letting us down. I mean, we wrote it, so we only have ourselves to blame.
DuelingOgres.com. There's readables there.
DuelingOgres.com. Go there, maybe. Dueling Ogres. Put them in your face.
Check every couple of months and there might be a new article there.
An adult article? A new article?
New, I went to say new and it's slurred together.
Yeah. A Nordical. Nordic articles.
Nordicals.
Tune in to DuelingOgres.com for all of your Nordic article needs.
All right, Sven, you know we love you, but this is like the fucking 30th goddamn article you've written about snow.
Yes, but you can't imagine how beautiful and wonderful snow is.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that, but...
You can do all kinds of things with it.
no, and I mean...
Keep things cold.
You are
Keep things warm.
you're an appreciated member of this team for sure.
Keep things white.
I just feel like there's more
Keep them watery.
topics that you could go on.
Keep them cold.
See, I mean, you've just named like 15 of your titles of your articles right there. And that's the problem, is it all just blended together.
Like snow.
Yeah, yes, like snow, Sven.
But that's because snow is a universal thing.
Not.
You can find snow throughout the universe. Frozen water.
It doesn't snow.
Ice crystals.
That's not snow, though.
Yes, it is. Snow is just very small particles of ice crystals. You know I'm right.
See, I feel like at this point, I'm kind of questioning having you as a writer because you don't know what snow is.
That is what snow is. What is snow then?
No,
I would know. I'm Swedish.
Look, I'm not playing this game with you. Right?
That's because you don't know.
All right, I'm just...
See, he doesn't know everybody.
I'm going to have to ask you to clear out your canoe.
I didn't come in a canoe. It's a ute.
I'm going to have to ask you to clear out your ute.
I'm done. I'm done with this. Yeah.
This is all stupid.
Hold on. I'm going to stand up. Number one, standing up gives you more energy.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, my back hurts. So.
I'll be goddamned if I'm standing in this room. I'm going to army crawl my way out of here.
Okay.
That's weird. It's going to be weird talking to you standing up.
Good. I want it weird, Brandon. When we have the new studio, that's all we'll do.
We'll stand or make
we'll
it
all
weird?
stand. Always standing.
See, if we go somewhere new, if we move into the new studio and then stand, I could get behind that.
Right.
Once I'm into a groove, I don't want to change it.
Right, exactly. I understand. I mean, if you've got knee issues, so I can understand, but like, if you had back issues and your back was constantly acting up like mine is anymore,
yeah,
then you'd want to stand.
Well, my knee's only really a problem when I'm standing like 7-8 hours.
Oh, okay. So it's not too bad then?
No.
Just when it acts up, it is bad.
Yeah. Like when it'll occasionally catch and pop, then it's bad for a couple of days.
Right.
But I'm still spry. I'm still a spry young man.
Spry young man. Anyway, E3.
Yeah, Battlefront.
Battlefront.
God, I hate you. You're just standing up, so you're lording over me, which makes it even more fucking weird. That you just blow your nose, look at it, trying not to smile the whole time you're kind of looking down at me, too. Mid-sentence. Fucking weirdo.